So of course I was gonna do Potomac. I mean, come on. Beverly Hills Housewives, I mean, yeah, it's my favorite franchise, but Potomac is that girl. Like, it's that girl that Atlanta used to be. So yes, without further ado, I will be doing season 5 of Potomac, and this is episode 1. Now we open up the episode with broken glass and food particles everywhere, and then a first aid kit on this wooden table. Of course, this is like the aftermath of the fight. We get a view of Karen's house that's actually in Potomac, and all we hear is, we as black women never would have thought we've been here. I can't remember if it was Karen or Giselle that said that, but yeah, we see Karen, Giselle, a tear for Monique, Robin, and they're all just like going over what just happened. So then we fast forward to like a little scattered clip of the fight. All you hear is like, stop, stop, let her go, Monique! Like, that's all you hear. So then we see a 7 weeks earlier. These producers and the Shonda Rhimes type beginning of the season. I mean, I love it. It's dramatic as fuck. It's fine. So we starting out with the queen of Potomac, in my opinion, Monique. And I love Monique. Like, I love Monique because she's real. She's the one that actually has money and the luxury to be, you know, on this show. She's an actual housewife, and she's likable and she's real. Honestly, like, she's like a don't start none, won't be nothing type of chick. And she's funny too. I'm Team Monique if you didn't, get that. So we're just catching up with her. She just had her kid from last season. She's apparently an animal lover too. She has this pet bird named T'Challa. Yeah, I didn't know birds had leashes. Interesting. She is actually going to put this bird on her shoulder as she's going to Karen's house. Okay. So she's headed to the Grand Dame's house, and Karen got a new house that is actually in Potomac. Look at that. She probably renting. I'm just saying. So she opens the door and sees Monique with that bird on her shoulder, and she slams it right back. She's like, "You're not coming in the house with that bird?" And then she says, "Oh, I got a cage. It's fine." Karen's house is nice. I like it. Nice decor. I'm glad, like, now we have 2 housewives of Potomac that actually live in Potomac. Oh, Karen, this wig. Oh my God, this wig. This is a T-Boz wig. I don't know who encouraged this, but Karen, please stick to the lace fronts and the weave that you used to. Oh my God. Oh, Karen and her wigs. So the producers asked Monique, "What do you think of Karen's house?" She's like, "It's cute. It's nice for her." And I think it's involuntary shade, but I don't think there was any maliciousness on Monique's part. So we catching up with Karen, and she's disclosing to Monique about her marriage to Ray. I'm guessing there's a little bit of rockiness right now. And this is shocking coming from Karen, because normally she never tells the women her business because they always, wind up using it against her at some point. So now we are with Giselle and this new cabin that she moved into. Oh, this house is tacky. Tacky. The furniture, the fuchsia walls. Y'all, this house is so bad. I don't... Next. So it's her and her 3 daughters. They're sitting in the living room, getting situated. They're talking to Giselle's ex-husband. They're talking to their father, who is Giselle's ex-husband as well. And it looks like Giselle is back with Jamal. And I guess that's her plot line for this season. Her kids aren't even here for her being back with him. I don't think anyone is. But when you need a plot line, I get it. So now we're with Candace and her husband, Chris. They're looking for a spot for their 1-year anniversary. For 1-year anniversaries, I would probably prefer to just hang with my spouse only and celebrate that. I don't think a huge party is necessary for 1 year. Now, 10 years, yes. 20 years, yes. But 1 year? Okay. So her theme is diamonds and denim, which just screams tacky to me. And the general manager is asking, okay, so what's your budget? And she's like, oh, well, in the 5-ish range. The general manager tells her, well, on a Friday, food and beverage minimum is $22K. Candace's face is cracked. And then the manager kind of like suggests to her, well, you can do like a cash bar so you won't have to like incur too much cost. Child, $22,000? I mean, that is expensive, but still, you struggling to put on a party for $22,000? Like, let's go to Housewives of Beverly Hills, shall we? Kyle's bags are 6 figures. I just don't think Housewives of Beverly Hills would laugh at this show. Well, they would laugh at Candace, honestly. But if you gotta have a party with a cash bar, why don't you just go somewhere else? You know, like, and she has the nerve to say 5. Like, let me just say, from a restaurant perspective, like my restaurant, to rent it out on a weekend, $100K. So if she's trying to, like, you know, take up the space of a restaurant on a weekend, they have to make up for the cost of shutting it down for her to make it worthwhile. So yeah, I don't get that, but yeah, Candace, she's good for the show. It's whatever. So they're having some time to talk about the party between themselves. Chris is saying $22,000 is a lot for a party, and you know that your mom will not be paying for it. That's another thing, you know, Candace's mom, we get a flashback of, you know, we know that Candace's mom funds her life. Honestly, I think Candace's mom should be on the show instead of Candace, but whatever. And this confessional look of Candace, I'm not really sure if I like it or not. Y'all let me know in the comments. With this little braid that's going across right here. The dress is nice, but I don't know. It's just something about this that just looks a little odd. So now we're checking in on Ashley Darby, and she's a new mom. And I gotta say, that baby looks exactly like Michael. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. We see that Ashley has, you know, overcome the bussy grabbing incident because of her husband. They've, you know, are in a better place now with their marriage. And also, it looks like in her confessional, she's a paranoid mom. Yeah, that's it. That's all that's going on with her right now. And now we're checking in on Robin Dixon. Now, personally, I don't know why Robin is still on this show. 5 years, and we're still talking about that tired ass, why are you not married to Juan storyline. I just don't understand why she's still on here. She's like the Cynthia of this season, but even Cynthia does more than she does. I think Robin is better suited on Basketball Wives and not this show, because there's no luxury. She's regular as hell, and she's living in an apartment. Okay, but I will say that I don't mind seeing Juan on TV, because Juan is fine. Seriously. But yeah, the producers just asked her in the confessional, so when are you and Juan getting married? She's like, and then we get the flashback of the whole, you know, are they gonna get married at some point? So then she asks for her kids to leave the room, and they're talking about moving into a new, like, forever home. And Robin's trying to let Juan know, like, well, we can't do anything until, you know, she's trying to, like, insinuate, but he's not getting it because that's not on his mind. She's like, yeah, we need to get married before we get into, like, our forever home. And Juan is like, well, I could see us doing it eventually. And I guess Robin gets very excited by his non-answer. Now, I just gotta say, like, Robin is textbook stigmatized. Like, I'm not sure why she would go through all this with this man, but okay. We know that eventually he does ask to marry her, but I'm just like, hopefully this is her last season, because there's so many other people that could be on this show but her. So next scene, we see Candace at this dessert shop looking for desserts for her party that she can't afford. Who is this gentleman behind the counter? Ugh, I need to see who that is. So Giselle is meeting up with her, and Giselle in this car. No comment. No comment. So when she comes in, you know, she's dressed so tacky. Like Giselle is too beautiful to be dressed in this tacky. And then she says that the car is for Jamal, who is her ex-husband, and that brings up, you know, nosy questions from Candace asking like, "Oh, you're gonna bring him to the party?" She's like, "He lives in Atlanta." And then we get confessionals of all the ladies' opinions on her getting back with her ex-husband. And we get a funny little, you know, some fun shade from Monique saying, "Oh yeah, maybe she just needs to get the tithes and offerings from the church again." Shade. So they're talking about the invite list for Candace's anniversary party, and of course Ashley is not invited because they are still beefing. We get a little reminder of what they've been going through last season and the reunion. To no one's surprise, she says that, oh, well, she don't need to come anyway. She just had a baby. She should be busy, you know, lactating everywhere and everything. Giselle thinks that they should really make up. And then they get to the topic of Candace's mom. She assures Giselle that her mom will not be paying for this, and she's looking for a new house still, that her mom won't pay for. Now, they're on the topic of homes, Giselle brings up, well, Candace, you weren't really nice to me about my home. And then that's when Candace reminds her, well, you kind of threw shade at me about the search for my home. And we get a little flashback of like an after show with Giselle and Robin, and she's like kikiing with her, shading Candace about her mom paying for shit. So then Candace goes to Twitter, and I just gotta read this because this was really funny. So Candace wrote, "Now Giselle, as you attempt to rub your coins together to make a tear down look like a home, let's not. And these lies. Dorothy ain't say shit to you. Stay in your struggle and worry about where you gonna live when your $900,000 cabin caves in." That was a good one. So Giselle says she never really apologized for that vicious tweet. And it looks like they're about to get into it because they're going back and forth, but they drop it and keep it cute, and then they have no resolve. So now we get to Ashley's place again, and Monique is coming over. Now, they used to beef, but now I'm guessing that motherhood, since they both had kids last season, that they've bonded. So yeah, they're talking about Candace's party, and Ashley says she had, you know, no desire to go to the party, and we're reminded of their beef again. And it was pretty vicious. And I'm not really sure why Candace was so concerned about Ashley having a kid. Like, she was like, oh, well, if you're drinking, you can't be wanting to be pregnant. Huh? And here's another one of Candace's tweets. This is to Ashley. "Where is your income, Roach? You laid on your back to get the $2 you do get. I've been had jobs while you turn tricks to pay your mama's rent. Don't come for me, you won't win." Oh, Candace, she good with the Twitter fingers. It looks like Ashley's storyline will be dealing with postpartum depression after the pregnancy. It's nice to see that her and Monique have like buried the hatchet. And yeah, she, you know, won't be at the party later on. So I'm thinking this is it for Ashley for this episode. So this is the night of the anniversary party. And it looks like Candace and Chris went along with the original location. I'm pretty sure they didn't pay that $22K. They probably had a conversation off camera saying, you know, this is funded by Bravo. You'll be on here, give us a little discount, and we can still have the cash bar. Cash bar. Anywho, we see guests arriving, and we see Candace's mother, and she really does need to be a housewife. She shades her daughter every chance she gets. Now, Candace, I'm not really sure about this outfit. I don't like it. These denim boots and some type of bedazzled dress. Don't like it. Whew. And this cash bar, really? I don't know, it's just offensive to me. Cash bars. Like, cash bars are for, like, maybe a work event. Maybe. But, yeah, nothing lets me know that a host don't care about their guests when they have a cash bar. That's all. I'm an alcoholic. I just had to say my piece on that. So the ladies are arriving, and we see the new housewife, Wendy. Like, she's gorgeous. I'm loving this, you know, this hair. She's statuesque. She looks, you know, real regal. I like her. Now, Karen says in her confessional that she's not impressed. One can only assume this is jealousy, but it looks like we won't get a better introduction of the new housewife until episode 2. Oh wow, Wendy and Monique actually find out that their kids are the same ages, 6, 4, and newborn. Lord, what is Giselle wearing? Like, is she gonna be this tacky the whole season? She's coming in with some type of black jumpsuit with pearls all over it. It looked like she about to perform at like a country music awards. All she's missing is like the hat. Ooh, ooh. And she be wearing it with pride too. Like, who is her stylist? She can't have a stylist. Can't. So Candace wants to speak to Giselle outside away from the party. Karen follows them. And Candace wants to know, are we good? Because at the dessert place, I feel like we got into it and there was no closure. Giselle says, well, there's no issue. I just think I deserve an apology. I think you owe Ash an apology. I don't think you take accountability for your side of things. And really, before they can really get into it, Wendy and Monique join the ladies. And then the focus becomes Giselle's ex-husband. We see that Wendy knows Giselle's ex, and it's no tea, no shade there. And I'm also surprised Monique and Giselle are cordial. For now. Here come Robin and Juan, like late as fuck. Wait, why is Charisse there? Cause if she's there for Candace, fine, but she didn't even go to Candace's wedding last season. So maybe she just there for the check. I don't know. Do y'all miss Charisse? Let me know in the comments. Now, I didn't know that Charisse and Monique weren't cool anymore. I mean, Monique is on the show because of Charisse. So that's crazy. Monique says that, she's been starting rumors about her and she doesn't even want to talk to her or mention her name. So Candace gets on the mic and she wants to thank everyone for coming, and she also wants to give special thanks to her mother for not paying for the event. And she wants to give special thanks to her favorite person, Karen. Everyone is wondering, when did this happen? So yeah, she wants both of them to speak and, talk about some marital wisdom. First up is Karen, and she's basically talking about herself, mostly about her and Ray. Everyone is just like either rolling their eyes or just making funny faces. And after she made that all about her, we have Candace's mom on the mic, and she says something along the line of, yeah, I'm so proud of y'all, and Chris, I'm happy you're making love to my daughter. I think she's a little toasty. Giselle says, she's had too many drinks. Also, do y'all realize this party is a little empty? Like, if I was the GM there, I'd be like, okay, I need this $22K up front because I could have a busy ass restaurant while y'all trying to film y'all shit in here. So as we see Candace dancing with Chris, we see the color fade in the scene, and then we hear noise of like the fight that's coming up, and then we get a close-up of Monique like foreshadowing this whole situation, and that's where the episode ends. Like, they are really banking on this fight. They better show every scene. I want every angle. I want to see it all. Now, first episode, I thought it was decent. I mean, usually the first episode of the season, we're like, being introduced to the ladies, catching up with them, what they did between the break. Fair. And I gotta say, shout out to these producers. Like, they are shady as fuck, and they are making this shit so dramatic and messy. They agree. And also, I hear that episode 2 is coming out tonight. I mean, that's fine, but yeah, y'all can expect that review much later in the week. But yeah, thank you for watching. I can't wait to review the rest of this season. I know it's gonna be good. I just know it's gonna be good. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I will see y'all for episode 2.